Thus, agriculture always faces many challenges and difficulties when invasive animals continuously attack. Wild animals common in the country, such as wild boars, coyotes, and others, have caused a lot of concern for farmers. First of all, feral pigs are becoming a major threat to us agriculture. They not only destroy crops but also attack livestock and spread diseases. Estimates show that each year, wild boars cause more than $1 billion in damage to the agricultural industry. Their rapid reproduction and ability to adapt to a wide range of habitats make them currently common in 39 U.S. states, including important agricultural areas such as Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. In addition, the presence of many species of wildlife in the United States also attracts a large number of people who want to participate in hunting activities, making these sports an attractive tourism destination and a growing industry. Strong growth. This video explores how farmers and hunters in the United States hunt wildlife. In 2022, the hunting industry contributed about $33 billion to the U.S. economy. Before farmers and hunters go hunting agricultural pests, we follow them to Alaska to see how they deal with invasive feral hogs. More than 105,000 people purchased hunting licenses in Alaska in 2021, and about 23% of those were non-resident hunters in the state, according to a report by the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. Once in Alaska, these hunters move into hunting areas in the forest. Given the nature of Alaska's terrain, hunters need to carefully plan transportation and food and water sources during their hunting trips. The main goal of hunters in Alaska is often the trophies harvested from wild boar hunts. Coming to the second invasive species is wolves. They are called the most dangerous predators for American farmers. According to some studies, they can play an important role in rodent control, benefiting farmers. However, coyotes can also have a negative impact by attacking livestock, especially in the large grazing areas of the western United States, such as Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho. Estimates of damage caused by wolves to the livestock industry reach millions of dollars each year. According to the United States Department of Agriculture (USDA), within a week, wolves can cause an average of $1,500 to $2,000 in damage per attack. On average, one wolf will attack one sheep every week. At this time, American farmers need the government's support in finding a solution that balances environmental protection and their interests. Currently, trapping to capture invasive wolves is a common method to control their invasion in many states in the U.S., such as California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. These are typically the states with the highest number of wolf livestock conflicts. It is estimated that nearly 230,000 wolves are captured each year in the United States, representing about 13% of the total number of wolves living in the country. Setting wolf traps often requires professionalism and skill, and must comply with relevant laws and regulations. Hunters here often use sensor-activated foot traps. If you are a U.S. resident interested in wolf control and want to get involved, you can learn more about trapping and the specific laws in your state. At the same time, remember to protect the natural environment and maintain ecological balance when participating in hunting activities. In addition, elk are also a risk to agriculture and in cities, causing serious damage, as well as having the ability to spread diseases to humans when they attack in cities. Elk are present in most areas of the United States, posing management and security challenges in cities. According to statistics, New York State is the most affected by the invasive elk problem. Each year, they cause damage to this state of more than $70 million USD, including damage to property, crops, and traffic accidents. In addition, they also destroyed more than 10,000 acres of farmland in Illinois, causing millions of dollars in damages to farmers. To minimize elk encroachment into urban areas, several temporary measures have been adopted, including providing them with adequate food and water sources in wild areas, to limit their entry into the city and not affect the community. To control pest populations and protect crops, farmers in the United States often use methods such as trapping or hunting these pests. In Alaska, the main goal of hunters is to hunt elk. This animal is native to Alaska, and about 75% of hunters come to this state because they have antlers that bring economic value. It is estimated that by 2022, there will be about 176,000 deer living in Alaska, and 57% of them will be male. Each hunter is licensed to hunt 1 to 4 animals during the hunting season. Violating the regulations on the number of hunts within the allowed range can lead to serious penalties, so you need to keep this in mind to avoid mistakes. In serious cases, violations can lead to criminal prosecution with a prison sentence. If you find this information useful, please comment on number 1. Currently, most hunters who come to Alaska to hunt usually target male elk. The reason for this is that hunting regulations are often aimed at sustainably managing elk populations. Targeting males helps hunters control the population and prevent overpopulation of the species. Additionally, males often have larger antlers than females, making them more attractive to hunters looking for a trophy. The hunter receives more respect and excitement with the attractive antlers of the elk. 2 other animal species, mountain goats, are also targets for hunters when hunting in Alaska. There are many challenges given to hunters who have to climb high mountains in harsh weather to find prey. There are currently about 35,000 mountain goats living in Alaska, and about 615 are taken by hunters each year. Of all the invasive species above, which invasive animal species are you most concerned about? What invasive species do you see that need to be controlled now? Please comment below the description to let us know. Thank you for following the whole journey. Please press the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can be motivated to produce videos about invasive species in the U.S.
The elk, the largest mammal in North America and Europe, attracts attention with its impressive size. Their height can reach up to 7.5 feet and weigh up to 1,800 pounds, making them one of the strongest creatures on land. Most are about the size of a small truck. Not only are they taller than a car, but they're also many times heavier. Elks have been present in the United States since about 10,000 years ago, when the last glaciers melted. Initially, they inhabited forests and grasslands in Alaska and Canada, but in recent times, the elk population has suddenly increased, and they have migrated to more southern areas of the United States. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the moose population in the United States has doubled over the past 50 years, from about 500,000 in 1970 to more than 1 million in 2022. This increase is largely attributed to improvements in their habitats, including the expansion of forests and grasslands. This is a testament to the vitality and excellent adaptation of this animal in today's natural environment. According to information from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, each year there are about 1,500 traffic accidents caused by moose in the United States. This is a notable problem, especially in rural and suburban areas where the elks are common. Statistics shows that economic losses from these accidents reached an estimated number of $1.3 billion per year. And out of this number, repair costs reached about $1 billion, and medical costs for people injured in accidents were $300 million. The most serious accident was recorded on December 23, 2017, in the state of Oregon. In this accident, a truck collided with a moose, causing the truck to overturn and catch fire. This accident killed 4 people and seriously injured 2 people. In addition to loss of life and property, elks also have a major impact on farmers and growers. They often eat important crops and fruits such as grass, corn, beans, apples, pears, and grapes. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, losses to the agricultural industry are estimated at about $500 million, and that is only per year. Elks not only threaten traffic and economic safety, but also poses risks to visitors in the forested areas where they live. Each year, there are about 200 elk attacks on forest visitors in the United States, especially in areas such as Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and Montana. Things you should pay attention to be safe when encountering an elk. When driving in areas with many elks, slow down and always pay attention to your surroundings. When walking in the woods, make noise to alert elks to your presence. Limit contact with moose, especially when they are protecting their youngs. If you encounter a moose, stay calm and try to avoid contact. If they become aggressive, stay still and slowly leave the area. Complying with these safety measures can help reduce the risk of accidents and attacks from elks, protecting both drivers, people living in rural areas, and forest visitors. Elk hunting, a popular population management practice, is widely used in many countries around the world, including the United States, Canada, and Europe. This not only helps controlling the elk population, but also ensures balance in the ecosystem. In each country and state, elk hunting licensing requirements may vary. The most important thing is the minimum age, which is usually 18 years or older. At the same time, players must also complete a hunting safety training course, including how to safely use guns, handle animals after hunting, and how to protect the environment. The licensing process also involves paying a fee, which ranges from a few dozens to a few $100s. However, these costs are often considered a fraction of the benefits of controlling elk populations. When starting hunting activities, participants need to pay attention to some important things to ensure safety. Choosing a safe hunting location is important, and it is also important to use hunting equipment properly. Hunting time also plays an important role, because elks are often active in early morning and late afternoon. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, approximately 200,000 elks are hunted in the United States each year. This has contributed significantly to the control and reduction of elk populations in the country. Up to now, moose populations in the United States have decreased by about 20% over the past 50 years, according to information from the Fish and Wildlife Service. However, to achieve the best results, players need to pay attention to conducting hunting activities responsibly and safely. In addition to the basic requirements, wearing appropriate clothing and footwear, carrying necessary gear, and communicating hunting plans are all important to not only protect yourself, but also the surrounding environment.